If you've spent a winter on the South Shore, you know how a nor'easter tests an older home. Between those freezing winds and the humid summer heat waves, your house is under constant pressure. Classic Cape and colonial homes were often built without modern barriers. Over time, the structure begins to leak conditioned air, driving up your monthly utility bills as your systems work overtime. Most homeowners aim for a reliable reduction in monthly overhead, ideally cutting 15 to 30% off their energy costs. The difficulty is that significant energy upgrades require a substantial amount of upfront capital before those savings ever kick in. This creates the payback equation, a way to determine which upgrades pay for themselves quickly and which ones create a permanent deficit. Look at the difference between your current bill and a reduced one. That space in the middle is the upfront cost gap. Its size determines your return on investment timeline. If initial costs are too high, it takes decades for savings to cover the bill. Making the math work requires looking at 3 specific categories. First, your insulation. Second, your windows. And third, your heating system. Factoring in state incentive programs is also a requirement, as these rebates are often the only way to shorten the break-even point. Investing in energy efficiency is a calculation focused on lowering recurring expenses for the long term. Efficiency always starts with the exterior. You have to account for year-round exposure to New England's wild temperature swings. We can evaluate different upgrades by plotting them on a matrix that compares their installation cost against their impact on your bill. On this chart, the horizontal axis tracks the upfront investment, while the vertical axis shows how much the upgrade actually reduces your energy consumption. First, consider the envelope, adding spray foam to your attic. Insulation consistently lands in this top left quadrant, low cost with high efficiency impact. Stopping air from escaping through the roof yields a 15 to 20% reduction in heating costs. The downside is that insulation is invisible. You don't see the results in the aesthetics of the home, and you usually have to clear out your storage areas to get the work done. Compare that to the glazing, installing double or triple pane windows with tight seals and low E coatings. On our matrix, windows occupy the high-cost, moderate-impact zone. While high-quality windows eliminate drafts and make the perimeter of a room more comfortable, the high price of labor and materials means the financial break-even point is slow. Visible upgrades often have the longest payback periods, while foundational, invisible work provides the fastest returns. Now we look at the primary energy consumer in any New England home, the heating system. Upgrading your boiler or furnace to a high-efficiency hybrid system or a modern heat pump represents a major change in how the home functions. Without incentives, these systems land in the upper right. They offer the highest possible savings, but require the most capital to install. A modern system can lower energy usage by 30%. This reduces your out-of-pocket expenses, making high-tier equipment much more affordable. The trade-off here is administrative. You have to work through the program's bureaucracy and hire from an approved list of contractors. Utilizing these programs shortens the payback period, turning expensive upgrades into financially practical investments. Skipping these incentives means you are choosing to carry a much heavier financial burden for the same level of comfort. Every upgrade reduces the baseline energy your home needs, but your starting point depends on your current budget. This roadmap sequences projects. After a free audit, choose your path. The left branch focuses on fast ROI through insulation for immediate savings. The right targets long-term value with heat pumps. Seal the envelope first, then convert the heating system for maximum efficiency. Following this specific sequence ensures that an older New England home remains highly efficient and financially sustainable for years to come. A smart energy strategy relies on auditing your specific house to identify where money is lost and addressing those mathematical gaps in order of their impact.